All right, Dictator. Dear Billy Eggnog Tits. I resent that. Your ideas about being a dictator got me thinking, if given full rule, my first order would be to get everyone who disagrees about everything in the same room and lock them in there till they figure it out. I'm talking left wing, right wing. I'm talking communists and anarchists, sharks and jets, etc. And I'm putting a camera on all of it, streaming on the internet and bunny ears. Everyone gets to watch after the world sees how stupid everyone is, and they've all killed each other. That's interesting. It's not as interesting as this fly that won't leave. Oh, he's resilient. You know what? I can't get mad. That mosquito has heart. And I'm putting a camera on all of it. We can all watch how stupid everyone is as they all kill each other. Maybe that'll teach everyone else a lesson about giving too much of a about what they think. I got to be honest with you. You guys really have you have better ideas than me. Benevolent dictator. Yeah, but you know something? I feel like if you stuck everybody in the world who disagrees about everything in the same room, who would you be left with? You'd have is that stoicism? Or people that are just like laid back? People that are just groovy, man? Yeah, that's fucking interesting. But here's the thing. Not all Jews and Palestinians would show up. Not all communists and anarchists. I mean, how would you do that? I mean, if you're a Sharks fan and a Jets fan, or a communist, anarchist, Jew, or a Palestinian, like, how would you know, like, which ones to put in there? I guess you just go into their fucking, whatever they tweeted about. You're being canceled. You have to go argue until you die. That's crazy. All right, benevolent dictator. All right, now guess what I'm going to go do? I'm going to look up benevolent. All right, here we go. I don't understand, like, why, if you're a dictator, you have to be an asshole. Like, why wouldn't you just be a good shit and then no one would ever try to kill you? Because someone else would want to be an asshole dictator and they're an asshole and they'd kill you because you were too fucking nice. Benevolent definition. Well-meaning and kindly. Benevolent dictator. Hey, Billy Browearer. You mentioned this week that you don't get why pretty much every dictator is awful. Here we go. And why none of them try very hard to help people out, even though they have all the power. It's an interesting question that kind of goes under the radar in the West because we live in a democratic republic. Do we? So it just seems like a given that way would be the best. But people have studied it and written books about it, so I'll fill you in. I'll give you the really short version and link some more detailed explanations if you're interested and want more. What it really comes down to is that a dictator needs to keep the army happy or they get replaced with somebody else. There's other people. What are you talking about? It's the fucking army. You know what I mean? You're in the army. You don't want to fucking go to war. You can just chill out. I think everybody just wants to fucking chill out. Wouldn't that be great? I'm in the army, but, there's no wars and nobody's really yelling at me and shit. And, once you get past wearing green clothes every day, it's pretty nice, man. There's other people they also need to pay, but the army is the most important. Any money that a dictator spends on good roads or schools is money that a rival can promise to the army as incentive for a coup. Oh, I see. It always comes down to money. And lowering taxes so people can build their own school or whatever is the same thing. One of your generals can promise to raise taxes to pay the army if they all agree to just kick you out and replace you with him. There's a big, long book I'm summarizing that you can read if you want. Dictator's Handbook Behavior Almost Politics. Well, let's see what the name of this book. Open the link. The book is called The Dictator's Handbook. Why Bad Behavior is Almost Always Good Politics. And there's also a 10-minute long video based on the same book if you want something in between. All right. The name of the video is... The Rules for Rulers. Oh, that seems fucking cool. That just made me miss weed. It's fucking freaking me out, man. All right, have a great holiday season and bet on the Bengals. It's finally our time. Yeah, you guys seem all right. I don't know how you did today. Oh, you lost to the Chargers. Yeah, I just don't understand. I guess that saying is true. Money is the root of all evil. I just don't understand why people just can't be nice to other people. Like, why you just can't get the momentum going in that way. You know what the nicest conversation I had today? You know, I take my old T-shirts and I bring them to these homeless encampments because I'm not taking them to Goodwill. So I was driving over. I was doing some, nieces and nephew shopping, right? So I was getting some gift cards and shit, some cool sneakers or whatever. And so I was like, all right, I'll handle that. And then I know where there's this homeless encampment. I just drove past. There was another one because there's so many of them out here. So I pull over and I just got the bags out and I see this woman, I think, one of those deals, right? And I'm like, hey, I got some, T-shirts here if you need some. And she just goes, oh, thank you, sir. I go, you're welcome. That was it. I felt good. This person needed something. They were appreciative. It was like the best fucking... It was like literally one sentence each. And it made me, feel good that I did it. And it made me look back to see the person pick them up. And then it made me hope that they were going to be okay. I don't understand why. I'm going to watch that video. Because it just fucking I just really don't fucking get it. Being in fucking show business... Why, the way business is done is just so... And that's what people say. Well, this is the way business is done. It's like, how much do you have to fucking take? It's fucking nuts. That's really fucking... The whole thing is insane. Anyway, Mortal Error. Hi, Bill. On your November 29th podcast... You read an email from a listener who talked about the Kennedy assassination book, Mortal Error, and the theory of ballistics expert Howard Donahue. Oh, then this is the book you want to read here. Mortal Error. Donahue's thesis is that Lee Harvey Oswald did shoot President Kennedy, but the fatal shot was accidentally fired by a Secret Service agent in the security car behind the president, the presidential limo, as the agent attempted to turn and return fire on Oswald. I realize this is heavy material for your otherwise irreverent podcast. Oh, Jesus Christ, buddy. Relax. Conspiracy theory about JFK is not fucking heavy reading. Good Lord, this fucking taming your shrew there. I don't even know what that is. I just know it's a Rodney joke. I like to tame her shrew. From time to time, it seems you discuss such matters. He was actually giving me the benefit of the doubt, and I just shit on him. I'm sorry, person of writing in, whatever you are. I've listened to you on and off for years and think you're great. And oh my God, now I really feel bad. My son is an avid follower who never misses a podcast. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. I wish Sherry's Berries was still around. In fact, it was he who told me about this email. This caught my interest because Howard Donahue, the man who developed the friendly fire theory, was my father. Get the fuck out of this Star Wars shit. I'm supposed to believe this? Although the subject of the assassination has been beat to death for 50 years, Howard's theory is unique in that it is grounded in science and ballistics, while all the other studies are of the subject are not. Mortal error may therefore be of some interest to your listeners. There was also a documentary on Reelz, Reelz, TV entitled JFK, The Smoking Gun, which was produced in 2013 and is based on my father's work. It may still be running, as the anniversary of JFK's assassination was November 22nd. For the short version, an article on medium.com by Bonner, B-O-N-A-R, Menninger, M-E-N-N-I-N-G-E-R, called Hidden in Plain Sight, discusses the theory and the book and what's happened since. It was first published in 1992. Just thought you might want to know. Thanks for doing your podcast, and I wish you and your family a great Christmas. That is really fucking interesting.